Two film crews visited a humanitarian refugee center in the village of Ternopilje, some 3 to 4 kilometers away from Omarska. The center was mainly used by people in transit. They were trying to get away from the fighting and needed a place to stay during their travels. Our reporter, Mr. Bojanic, talked to some of these people who had escaped the war zone.
Došao kad je truplo gore, ja sam morao doći, već na drugu stranu. Došli svi oni koji se nisu borili. Ni zašto si na doći?
I šta sada?
Koji su trupli granata, ti si morao doći ovdje.
I šta očekujete sada?
Da je postrojiti velikane, ove poditi njih, mi opet zajedno živimo. To treba uraditi.
Kakav vam je status ovdje? Da li imate slobodu kretanja? Da li možete ići odavde i hodati?
Možda su nama namjernica, ovako, prehrane i to vidimo po selu puštaju nas po selu. Donosimo gdje šta ima. Ja sam došao, sam imao sreću, pa sam došao sa malom djecom, bila je pretežno mala djece, pa sam došao sa njom. To je niz polje. Tu nije nas niko maltretirao, niko nas nije dirao. Bio sam 15 dana tu u selu, on nije pokuplo, valjda su rekli da im ne znam kuda prošli. Vjerao, moji su već stigli u Zagreb. A ovaj su neki u Sisak, koja je imao rodbine, u većinom su išli u Hrvatsku.
The refugee center at Ternopilje included a medical facility. The Yugoslavian ITN crews interviewed Dr. Mestranic Idris, a Muslim doctor there.
Mi ovdje, to je od 26. maja, je li tako? Od 26. maja ubilježenih ima 5169. Svi nisu ubilježeni.
Jeste imali smrtnih slučaja?
Jesu. Na početku samom bio je jedan stari čovjek, to je inače star čovjek i od bolesti.
Nije od nedostatka lijekova?
Ne, ovdje ima i dom zdravlja i bolnica jako velike probleme, isto i sa antibioticima i sa tim lijekovima za proljev. Znači, to je problem na čitavom ovom rejonu, ne samo kod nas ovdje.
While you're viewing this film, keep in mind that these pictures, the interviews with the refugees, the Muslim doctor, and so on, which suggest a humane refugee center functioning under difficult conditions, were never shown by the ITN news station in Britain. And keep in mind that this refugee center is the place that ITN portrayed as a death camp.
Od prvog dana smo ovdje ljudi uglavnom sa ovog terena su i dobrovoljno dolazili, vjerovatno i zbog nestašice hrane, a vrlo često je bilo u pitanju evakuacija želje u stvari da se krene prema centralnoj Bosni.
Pošto ste u organizaciji, velike međunarodne organizacije, da li ste dobijali pomoć iz centrale neke, iz bivših Jugoslavije, odnosno iz Evrope?
Ne, na ime ovoga nismo dobijali. Mi smo dosta dobijali samo pomoć na ime izbjeglica iz Hrvatske. Međutim, na ime ovog stanja, ondje što se sad dešavalo, pomoći pristizala uglavnom iz Srbije. Ali međunarodna pomoć stvarno ne bi mogla reći da je nešto naročito pomoć. Otkako je krenulo ova ratna dejstva u Prijedoru, u stvari nemaju status izbjeglica, nego status raseljenih lica. Takav tretman.
After the conversation with the Red Cross representative, we passed a group of new refugees. They were being registered by the civil authorities. Miss Marshall chose not to set up her cameras and film in this open area. Instead, she and her crew maneuvered into a partly enclosed space used as a storage area for wheelbarrows and the like. The dilapidated fence had chicken wire on the bottom and a few strands of barbed wire on top to discourage theft. Our crew filmed the ITN people as they maneuvered into this area through a hole in the broken down fence. Then we followed, and both crews set up within the enclosure, filming the refugees wandering around outside. There were heaps of building material and barrows, and we kept stumbling over them while trying to set up. Miss Penny Marshall tried to talk to the nearest refugees, but in vain, since she didn't speak Serbo-Croatian. People searched for someone who could speak English. While they were looking, our reporter, Mr. Bozanic, talked to some of the refugees.
Jedor, ja mislim, ovdje može se živjeti, jer nije bilo baš to.
Bilo mora se živjeti. Sve pametno.
Mi bi želili da živimo i dalje. Želili bi da živimo i dalje, da ne idemo s svojih ognjišta.
Someone in front of the crowd of refugees said, "Here, this one speaks English," pointing to Mr. Mehmed in the overalls. Mr. Bozanic from the Yugoslav crew filmed Penny Marshall's conversation with Mehmed. Later, the following was shown in Yugoslav TV, with Mr. Bozanic supplying an informal translation of the English conversation.
Da nema ničeg lošeg. Da je istina topla, ali da ne spavaju ovdje, napolju, nego u školi. I jesu li vas maltretirali, pita britanska reporterka. Ne, oni su vrlo fini, kaže Mehmed.
Are you a fighter?
Mehmed dodaje da nije bio borac.
You feel safe here?
I da se osjeća ovdje vrlo sigurno. I da je osim vrućine sve ostalo u redu.
This man is very thin.
Ovaj čovjek je vrlo mršav, insistirala reporterka, a Mehmed odgovorio. Svi ljudi nisu isti.
Penny Marshall had set up her cameras behind barbed wire. She was in position. Now she searched the crowd for that perfect look. She wanted a star for her story, the story she would sell the world. You will see her conversation with Mehmed from our camera's angle once again. To make it clearer this time, here's a little diagram showing the position of the two crews. The ITN people are the blue circle on the left. We're the red circle on the right. Because the film crews were a yard apart, we filmed the same shots from a slightly different angle. Sometimes we filmed the ITN people as well. Miss Marshall is interviewing Mehmed.
Hello.
My name is Mehmed.
How did you come to be here? What happened?
I think it's very fine. Nothing wrong, but it's very hot.
You sleep outside?
No, inside.
They're good to treat you badly.
No. It's very hot.
Very kind.
Very.
How did you come here? You a fighter?
With the bus.
You came voluntarily. Are you a fighter?
No.
You came to your house and took you.
Yes.
You feel safe here?
I think it's very safe, but it's very hot. Other things is very.
This man is very thin.
Yes, very thin, but I think all the people is not the same.